are ready to start with our technology committee meeting. It is Thursday, May the 5th, March the 5th, and it's just me as a board member. Item number 1, discuss the E-rate year 23, category 1 services. Category 1 services, RFP number 2034.
On item number 1, basically is the same item that we brought up last month at the Technology Board Committee meeting. I made a mistake on the date. By law, on an RFP for E-rate, you have to advertise for 28 days. The day of the board meeting was on the 27th. So when I got the email from USAC that we could go close the bids on the following day, I met with the guys at the board meeting. I told them we need to table that item. So as soon as we found out as soon as I found out that we were 1 day early on the proposal, we had to disregard that one, and I immediately went in there and reposted again under a different RFP number. Last one was 20-30, this one is 20-34, same RFP.
Okay, does it affect us in any way?
No. Unfortunately, because of the rule that you have to, after 28 days, the board meeting now is on a Wednesday instead of a Tuesday. It's May 11th instead of May 10th, because on May 11th at 11 a.m. will be the 28th day. So that's when we're opening the bids.
Is that why that changed?
It's my fault. It is my fault.
In order to comply with USAC, we
Yes.
need to meet the 28 days, and therefore, in consulting with the board president, I requested if we could move the board meeting to the 11th. We're talking about $178,000 worth
Funding.
of funding that does not come out of our district funds for the services of internet.
Yes, that's why, by extending it 1 more day, now we're eligible to receive back about $170,000 in 3 months. It's, yes, so I thank Ms. Garza for allowing us the luxury of going on Wednesday instead of Tuesday, and I apologize, it is.
Well, the request was made to the board president, and so he honored the move so that we could comply. Otherwise, we would have had to fund $178,000 out of our pocket and out of the district's budget, and we don't have that budget allocated.
It's actually, the $170,000 is what we get back, that's 90%. So the true amount is $210,000.
We just need to be very careful and make sure
Yes.
that we follow the deadlines or whatever.
Yes,
We don't want to
definitely.
lose
Because
monies and have to pay.
If we would have gone on with the board meeting that day, and we would have gotten audited, chances are we would have had to pay back every single penny. So to play it safe, we decided to table the item and redo it again. The good thing is we still have till March 25th to do it, but the sooner, spring break is in a week and a half. So that throws it till the last week, and it's going to be close.
I don't want this to happen again.
No, definitely no.
We learn from everything that.
Yes. And again, there was a discrepancy on my part, and I apologize, but there was a correction to it. There was a solution to it.
Yeah.
And it's the same item. We are going out on fiber. And I did speak to one little difference. On this one, we put for internet access 5 gigs or 10 gigs. And I think I'm going to recommend that we go with 10 gigs because we are going with Ring Central, and that is IP-based, that's on our fiber, and that's on the internet-based. So it might take up a little bit of bandwidth, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Region 1 has a consortium right now that they're going 10 gigs with their districts. So in talking to Ali at Region 1, it was suggested that we follow in the footsteps. That's to be prepared. It is a 3-year contract that we're going to have with whoever wins the bid. So for 3 years, we'll have whatever we choose, that's what we're going to have. We can't alleviate that. We have to, if we choose 5 gigs, we got to stay with 5 gigs for 3 years. If we choose 10 gigs, let's stick with it for 3 years. The good thing is, technology pricing has gone down. So what we're paying right now, presently, for 5 gigs is the amount that we're going to be paying for 10 gigs. So really, it's going to cost us about the same to double our speed. So We're gonna look at the pricing that we get, and we're gonna analyze it through the bid evaluation sheet that we have, and it'll be presented at the board meeting on the, you'll have the sheet with you, and we'll discuss what was, if called upon, we will discuss what was.
Now, we need to keep in mind, Ms. Lopez, that this is just an application process. The funding is not guaranteed. You know, this is just us selecting a vendor based on board approval. Then the application goes in, and then there's a process of internal integrity assurance where they evaluate the whole process. And then a determination is made whether or not the funding is going to be provided. We have not had any issues in years.
In all the years that we've had at any rate, there was 1 year that we were denied. We were in our 23rd year, and we appealed and we won the decision. This was way back in, I think it was rate year 12. We're in 23 right now. And because of our population, we are at the max allowed, which is 90% discount. And normally 90% discount districts are awarded within the first 15-20 weeks. We've been lucky that in the past 3 years, we've normally been awarded either the first or second wave, as soon as they start awarding. Right now,
How long does it take for us to get provide the awarding, or when they?
For the past 3 years, we've been awarded by July. Sometimes it's September, October, November, December, January. But what the district does is we pay 100% of the fiber and the internet access. We know it's already in the budget. It's budgeted for 100% of the pay, and then at the end of the year, we get reimbursed. So it's like money coming back into the coffers that we've already spent. So the year ends June 30th of like this year, 2020, and then the new year starts July 1st, and that's the cycle. July 1st through June 30th. And again, we always pay 100%, and then at the end, we ask for reimbursement, and it goes straight into, it's direct deposited into the district's account. So we're good, we're good. It's a process that we go through every year, and like I said, we've always been awarded. It's almost a sure thing, but there is that little discrepancy. Like if we would have gone through with it last month, chances are they may have picked up on it and caught it, and then we would have been.
Was there a change that because if we've been getting it we've had it for 23 years or so. Has it always been 28 days, or was there a change?
By law, it's 28 days, and the district only requires 7 or 14 days. No, and talking to Mr. Smedley, we have to advertise in the district also, in the town crier, and I always take the paper when it goes out, plus the 28 days, and then the 28 days on USAC.
So there was no change, it's just that.
I miscalculated. I started day 1, like today is Wednesday, Wednesday. I counted today, and then I went on when I should have counted Thursday as day 1. It was a miscalculation on my part. But it was caught on time, thank God, where we were able to correct the situation. So.
Well, I appreciate that you take responsibility.
I do take responsibility. It wasn't a miscalculation on my part. And it will not happen.
Yeah, because
the next
you
year's
don't
going
want to have the district look bad.
Not when we have to reimburse money back, especially after we spend it. And next year's going to be another challenging year where we're going to ask for. This was category 1. Next year we're going to ask for category 2, which is internal connections. We're going to ask for an upgrade on our MDS, and we're asking for about $200,000. So again, we need to make sure, and I put it on my calendar. I make sure I put it on my calendar. Deadline.
Yes, and make sure with other people as well.
Yes.
Two heads, two eyes.
Oh yes.
Right.
So we're good to go. I don't have anything on other at this time. I do have something that our door, but I think that's one in the finance committee.
Okay.
I think
Well, it'd be good to see it under other.
we can put it under other.
Yeah.
This is coming up in one of the committees. It's costing the district $75,000. That's going through the safety grant. Every single elementary door, classroom door, or counseling door, or counselor door, a library, is gonna have this apparatus. It's called the School Gate Guardian. And what it is,
I'm gonna go see.
oh, by all means, by all means.
It's
As-
it's not the door, it's that
It's
apparatus.
apparatus here. As soon as a lockdown is called, lockdown, so the student is gonna come in, he's gonna pick up this,
A student is gonna come in.
or the teacher. This can be adjusted anywhere. It can be put anywhere. And all they're gonna do is they're gonna come into the door and
And this is inside the classroom.
inside the classroom. That way, when you try to open the door, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. If there's a window here and it's broken and they try to do this,
It's impossible.
it's impossible. There's a little switch back here. This little switch back here releases the lever. So if they have like, okay, Ms. Lopez, if we have a lockdown, you're in charge of getting the school gate guardian and
Nervous to do it.
that's it.
See.
That's it.
So you take it out.
You press a little button and you lift it up. You lift it
It's
up.
heavy for little kids.
Yes. So that's why,
It's too heavy for-
yes.
I was gonna
And
say.
it's adjustable to whatever width of the door. So if the door is bigger, you can just pull this bar back. But that's all there is to it. You just come in here, it's that simple. Now, the catch to this, say the intruder is indoors. There's other things, there's one that you would just slide in here. It's about $30, $40. This is $120 per door. There's others that you connect to the door here, but the catch to this one, this little chucky here, if the intruder is indoors, on the outside, police, security, fire department will just unscrew these 4 doors. Sam did it in less than 10 seconds. You get a drill, you zip out, zip out, zip out, zip out. It falls on the inside, you open the door. No other door device gives you that option. Everything else is inside, so if the intruder is inside, safety cannot come in. With this option, safety can come in. And
So every door is gonna have
every door is gonna have this on the inside.
this and then this.
Yes, the plate on the outside, and you just put it back. It can be housed inside the closet if you don't want people to see it. You can put this in the closet, put it by the door, you put it next to
Well,
the
I
teacher.
think your safety committee or whatever has to get together
Yes.
and work with someone who's an expert on it to say,
Mhm.
hey, this is the best route to take or.
The only catch to this is the 75,000 is just for the device itself. You would need maintenance to do the install. It's gonna be very simple. All they would do is create use a 2x6, the size of the door, put the 4 pilot holes in there. So you get the board, you put it in here, and you just follow the 4 screws there. You get the board, go to another door, put it in there, and just drill the 4 holes. Shouldn't take more than 3 minutes per door to drill the 4 holes, put the screws in through the front, put the plate, and just screw it on. We estimate
So
3 to
maintenance
5
will be
minutes,
doing that.
3 to 5 minutes per door.
Maintenance will be installed.
Okay,
Yes.
good, that's,
So-
we're saving money, you
Yes.
still need the materials.
There'll be a presentation by Ms. Jenna Gonzalez, I believe, on the grant and the expenditure, how we, she had made already a
Yes.
presentation about the police body cams, certain things that we've already purchased that is inclusive of more. The cameras at all campuses. We started with that district initiative with our own district budget, just to make sure that we actually took care of the entrances. And Mr. Science Department was in charge of those installations. So we've added more cameras through the grant, including there's other initiatives as far as film,
The security film for the door,
For the
we're trying to
door.
get the bulletproof film for the
and it's
door.
really not bulletproof, but it's
Right now,
all that?
yes, right now it's shatterproof.
Right.
The bulletproof is actually a bit more expensive, so this Gonzalez is trying to see how we can channel some funds that way to put, at least on the main doors, the film. We are getting magnetic door locks for the entrances, it's going to be another part of the security grant. We have the body cams, we have the wands, the metal detector wands that they're going to be using at football games, baseball games, and at events. And I had printed it on.
Yeah, there's other resources for police
Yes.
officers that were needed, but she'll give a detailed report.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
one
they
of
will
the-
be presented later on today.
Mr. Hugo Garcia was at our last meeting, 3 days ago, and his concern is vehicles. He would love to have a vehicle or two, but that's,
Yeah, and we did provide them, I want to say 3 vehicles, Dr. Salinas, was it?
3, yes.
3 vehicles, and our maintenance, transportation department took care of some of, body and fender, and then maintenance department
Good job.
did a paint job. They're running well. We had one of our mechanics go up to Austin it was through an auction sale, and one of our mechanics who has experience with cars actually made the recommendations which vehicles, and it was in the amount of $12,000, but they're running smoothly. I was hoping that changing the fiscal year, that we would, get that one-time funding that we would be able to afford to, bring.
I know that you had mentioned that, and
Right.
security was also wanting that, and that would have been the perfect
Correct.
solution
Right, because we would be able to
to afford.
provide the number of vehicles needed in PD.
And
The savings
and
provided.
safety,
Right.
that's our priority.
It's the number, especially because of the proximity of the border.
Now, we have been talking about another solution. Did talk to Mr. Hugo Garcia. Something similar to the lease purchase that we've been doing with buses, but also do it with the police cars. So basically, the program that he's talking about actually allows you 1 year without payment, which gives us a year to be in our second year with the bus lease, and or maybe out of our bus lease, and then we could go into the police car lease. But we're still in discussions about those vehicles. It has not been dismissed yet.
So,
I know you'll find,
a solution, there's
Yeah.
always
Always find a
solutions.
you're
solution.
very creative.
There's always plan B.
Yes.
So you mentioned that the doors are just for elementary?
Yes, because of the amount of the grant, we could only afford to get it for the elementaries. There are some discussions that not all the districts apply for the grant, for this security grant. So that funding that is available is going to be dispersed to the schools that did get it. We just don't know the quantity, the amount that's going to be
Okay,
available.
so there might be more.
Yes,
Able
yes.
to purchase.
We're looking forward to getting quite a bit more. This is no Gonzalez to spread those good news that we might be receiving more funds later. So,
And eventually, you'll be having them at all the,
That's the goal.
district level. That is the plan, to put them in every single elementary and secondary campus in the district. And it's made of metal, so it's not an easy deal. And again, the seller on this part is, you can open it from the outside. No other device that they sell on the market right now has that option. Once you lock it in the front, on the inside, it is locked. There's no way to get in. This one offered us the leisure of coming in through the outside in less than 10 seconds. So PD, principals, assistant principals, and security will have that's this little device that you can attach to a handheld screwdriver or a drill. And that way, if there is a lockdown and there's somebody inside, they can come in from the outside. So that was why we decided to go with this avenue. It's an awesome investment, and I'm looking forward to having this throughout the whole district. in the next year or two. That concludes my presentation. Any questions? We're good? Thank you so much.
It is 1:35, and we have no other agenda item, so we're done.
Thank you.